Let's explore logs2metrics and spans2metrics under the Events2Metrics category. We'll begin with logs. I'm in the log explorer view here, and I've filtered by any logs that have the field json.http-response-took-ms. So I've run the query, and if I scroll down, I can see that helpfully it's highlighted the fields that have been captured by the query. Now I can see this is HTTP response took ms, and it's 31 milliseconds. This exists for a great number of different logs. So in the last 15 minutes, there's like 9,000 of them. So there's a few thousand coming through. So what we can do is we can define an Events2Metrics category that will actually capture the HTTP response took ms. And so I already got one here. This is the load time Events2Metric. Note this is the name of the Events2Metric, but not necessarily the name of the metric field. And so what we do, we can then extract different field values from the logs that are captured. So here, this is just capturing all logs. It's not worrying too much about it. And it's saying, okay, load time metric, which is the actual name of the metric series now is load time. And if I look here, I can see HTTP response took ms. So now I've identified that field that we see in the logs, this one here. I've captured it here, and when I press save, what will happen is that metric series will start to be generated from that particular field, and you can actually see that in action in this custom dashboard here. So we have different latencies for each of these fields, which is quite nice. And if we click on one of these here and move myself out of the way, you can see in the bottom left we have that load time metric series. So you can see a really nice example here of generating a series of metrics from a particular field found in a log. So what does it look like for spans? It's very, very similar. Let's go to tracing. I'm in the tracing view for a specific trace. I can see all of the spans that make up that trace. I can highlight any of these. Now, on any of these, I will see a duration field here. It's quite nice, actually, so I can see the duration field. The duration for this particular transaction within the whole trace took 13.93 milliseconds, which made up 5.17% of the entire interaction, the entire trace, which is really nice, actually, because you can see where the pain points are. So we're in the dependencies view right now. So what this means is that, okay, every single trace, every single span has a duration on it. So I can actually extract that. I can extract spans from all of my traces, turn them into metrics, and then drop the original traces. And so essentially the key piece of information here is this service talked to this service and it took this long. And we can keep historical information across all of our spans. So this isn't just honing on a specific application. We're keeping essential information about everything, but we can retain it for a default of a year, but as long as we want, really. We lose whichever fields we don't capture as labels, and we can talk more about that later. But we can look at how we can convert that. So you can see here, go back to Events2Metrics, we now have a span duration Events2Metric. Again, the name of the Events2Metric, not necessarily the name of the metric series. We go down here and we've got this metric series named duration ms, and it comes from duration. Now you can see that the event source is spans here. We can filter by more values, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, services and actions. But you can see here all of the different tags that exist on a given span. So you can see all of these different values down here. You can add these, and you can pull any value you want out of these. We just pick duration because it's the most obvious. And then we've added some labels as well, like service name and operation name and hotel status code, and that's impacted the permutations, which again we'll talk about permutations in a lot of detail, because that can be quite a confusing part of this. But what we've done here is essentially we've created a cross-cutting metric that captures all of the exchanges that are happening across our entire system and retain them for as long as we like with highly performant queries. And again, that manifests itself like this. So we've got this really nice dashboard that's based on the spans that have been generated, on the spans that are now generated into metrics. So again, if I click on here, move myself out of the way, duration, ms, cx average. So you can see here, this is the average speed for each of the different values. And again, this is really, really nice because it means that I still have visibility of all the different services that are talking to one another in my system, but I'm not paying for that really long-term span retention. This is a really powerful use case just to indicate why spans2metric, why logs2metrics, and under the Events2Metrics category is just so fantastic.